my name's Shaaanelle with the 3 A's here on YouTube, 1A in real life, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're making barbecue ribs, macaroni and cheese, and potato salad. So I'm gonna start with a few things. I got some potatoes, I got some green onions, some eggs, some mustard, some sweet relish. I had these little pickles right here, some sweet pickles, and then I have some pepper, some salt, some dill, some smoked paprika, and then I have this mayonnaise. Now this is not the mayonnaise that I like to use. This is what my husband got because he's Mexican, and this mayonnaise that he be using, nobody told him to buy this. He just took it upon himself, and now this is the only mayonnaise we got, so that's what I'm using. I don't have any celery. My mom told me that I was supposed to put celery in this, but I don't have any celery, so this is gonna be a potato salad with no celery. Okay, so we got some peeled and washed, cut and chopped potatoes. And we're gonna throw them in some boiling water. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's black on black, but I have a pot of water here for the potatoes. I'm gonna add some salt to the water, and then I'm gonna throw the potatoes in and let them boil. Okay, over here I have another, I know it's hard to see. Let me see if I turn on my surface. There we go. Over here I have another pot of water, and I'm gonna get this boiling so that I can drop some eggs in it. I have 3 eggs here, so I'm gonna use these 3, and I want to try to put some deviled eggs on top, so I think I'm gonna do 3 deviled eggs too. So I'm gonna put 3 eggs in it and then 3 deviled eggs on top. While that stuff starts boiling, I'm going to go ahead and start putting together the dressing mix for it. So let me get a bowl. I'm gonna throw some mayonnaise in. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 3, and then if I need to add more, I'll add more later. Do some mustard, because we know that's mandatory. Set it aside for now. I'm gonna throw in some sweet relish. 1, 2. And then I'm gonna take 1. I'm gonna take 2 of these small sweet pickles, and I'm just gonna chop them up. And I'm gonna add them in there too. Actually, 1 might be enough. I'm gonna just do this one. This one small one. So I have 2 green onions. Next, I'm gonna add some black pepper, a few shakes. I don't know. That look good right there. Then I'm gonna add some dill. And some smoked paprika. And let's see what it's hitting like. It tastes like potato salad mix to me. It actually tastes pretty good. So I don't think I'm gonna add anything to it. I think I'm gonna leave it like that for now, and then we'll see. But the water is boiling now. The potatoes I'm gonna turn down so that they don't get crazy, and then turn this down a little bit and drop my eggs. I drop them with a little ladle so that they don't crack. Like that one cracked anyway. I placed it so gently and it cracked anyway. Like what? Once these are done cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing everything together for the potato salad. My ribs are super simple. I already have a pan lined with foil right here, and I have some beef. They're called beef finger ribs. I don't know, they're beef ribs. And this is 5 pounds of beef ribs. I have some liquid smoke. I don't know which one I'm gonna use. I'm probably gonna use this one because it's the one that my dad uses on Thanksgiving. So I'll probably use that one, and then some sweet and smoky rub. That's all that I'm gonna use for the ribs. I'm telling y'all, this is real simple. But first I need to take off the silver little lining thingy in it. Let me see if I can get y'all placed. Okay, so I want to take off this rough part right here. You don't have to take it off, but I just like to take it off mine. Okay, so to check my potatoes, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick a fork in one, and it broke apart like that. So my potatoes are done. My eggs should be done too, so I'm just gonna take one out. And this is the quickest way that I found to like work with your eggs instead of waiting for them to cool down. I just smash it like that in a paper towel, and then start peeling off. Yeah, it's done. And start just peeling off the shell. A lot of times you can get that little film that's in between, and it'll make it easier to peel the egg. That way you ain't gotta wait 5 years for your eggs to cool down. I'm just gonna slice this one. Yeah, these is cooked. And then just roughly chop it up. That should be good. And then the other 3 I'm gonna leave so I can try to make some deviled eggs out of them to put on top, even though I've never done that before. Technically, I've never really done potato salad before. I made potato salad before, but like a white people's potato salad. Anyway, I'm gonna throw my eggs in with the potatoes. And then I'm gonna throw the dressing in. I don't think I'm gonna use all of it off top, just in case. Actually, yeah, I can use all of it. sound like potato salad to me. I'm gonna taste it. It's not bad. It tastes a little more sour than I wanted to taste. So I'm gonna add a little more seasoning. Some more pepper. Some more dill. Some more paprika. And a little bit of salt. It's not bad. I think some celery would have really set it off, but I don't have no celery, and it's, you know, we supposed to be inside the house, so we're gonna have to pass on the celery, but I think the celery really would have hit it off. But it tastes good, so I'm gonna put it in the fridge and then get my ribs prepped and figure out how to do some deviled eggs to throw on top later. Okay, so I rinsed my ribs off and I patted them down with some paper towels. Now I'm gonna add 1 capful of this liquid smoke to each slab. Then I'm gonna add this sweet and smoky rub on top and rub it all around. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the oven on to 450, and as soon as it's preheated, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the ribs in. And in the meantime, I'm gonna clean up and get prepped for macaroni and cheese, and then figure out how I'm gonna do these deviled eggs. So I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that deviled eggs are just pretty much the same thing as potato salad, except you use just the yolk and then you put it back into the egg. So that's what I'm gonna do to make this simple. Now, since I already split this one fat way, I'm gonna just cut it that way. Boom. And then take out the yolk. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Take out the other yolk. Bow. Okay, I'm gonna slice this one long way, how you supposed to slice it. Like that. Bow. Ping pong. Ping pong. Pow. Brr, bop. So I have my 3 egg yolks in here. I'm gonna add some dill. Some pepper. A little bit of salt, some mayonnaise, and some mustard. Obviously, I'm not gonna add the pickle relish and pickles and stuff. That's pretty good. So I'm gonna put it back in the eggs. Okay, so I have some water boiling for my macaroni noodles, and I had put a little bit of salt in it, and I'm adding half a bag of some of these rotini noodles from last time. And then my oven is preheated, so I'm gonna throw the ribs in. And I'm gonna set a timer so that I check them in 30 minutes. I'll probably check them before 30 minutes, but I just set a timer for 30 minutes. That way it don't go over. And I took my potato salad back out from the fridge so I could put these deviled eggs in here. I'm gonna throw some more smoked paprika on top. Okay, so I have about 6 tablespoons of butter in here, melted, and I'm gonna take some flour. Not as much as I did last time. I'm only gonna take, this is a 1/4 of a cup measurement, so I'm gonna take about maybe half of that. And throw that in there. I'm gonna add another half. So roughly around a 1/4 a cup of flour into about 6 tablespoons of butter, which is about almost a whole stick, not really a whole stick. So the ribs have about 5 minutes left. I'm gonna go ahead and check on them. They smell good. Okay, so this is what they're looking like with about 5 minutes left. They're not really looking how I want them to look. So I'm gonna cook them a little bit longer. I'm gonna cook them for about probably round it off to an hour. Cook them for another 30 minutes. Do I want to turn them over? No, I'm not gonna turn them over. I'm gonna leave them like this, and I'm gonna cook them again for another almost 30 minutes. And then I'm just gonna add some barbecue sauce to them, and that's gonna be it. To my butter and flour, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some milk. I just added about half a cup of milk. And I'm gonna let this cook down. And then once it's kind of cooked down and then thickened back up a little bit, then I'm gonna start adding the cheeses into the pot. So now I have this thick, like, almost like icing type of texture. And I'm gonna just keep adding my milk to it. So I just added maybe another half a cup of milk. Smooth it out again. And you need to be doing this on low temperature, because if you do this on high temperature, when you add your cheese in, it'll start to break up, and your macaroni and cheese will be gritty. Some more milk until I've added the whole cup and a half. I probably don't need all of this cheese because I don't really have a lot of noodles, because I'm not making a lot. So I probably won't need all of this cheese, but I'm most likely going to use all of the Gouda cheese, some of the mozzarella. I'm going to use some of everything, but most likely I'm going to use the whole block of Gouda cheese. All right. So I added most of the cheddar. And then the rest of this, I'm gonna save for the top. I'm gonna add a little bit of the Monterey. And the rest I'm gonna save for the top. Let's stir this up and let it melt all down. So I'm gonna throw the noodles into the cheese sauce. And then I'm gonna transfer this back into the pan and put the cheese on top. Okay, so I have pretty much all of the cheese on top of the macaroni now. I took it out the way that I did because I had too much cheese sauce. Like I have extra sauce, as you can see. So the ribs have about 12 more minutes from when I added 30 extra minutes to them. And they look good, you guys. Like, this is what I wanted it to look like. So let me show y'all. So see how they've pulled away from the bone? Well, I don't know if you can see it. Well, damn. Okay, so see how they pulled away from the bone? That's how I wanted my ribs to be. I wanted them to pull away from the bone like that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add some barbecue sauce on them. I'm gonna throw the macaroni and cheese inside the oven. And the barbecue sauce, I'm just literally gonna like swipe it on to the ribs. But let me throw my macaroni and cheese in here so that it can start to settle and cook. Okay, so I got as much as the barbecue sauce out of there as I could, and then I got the rest emptying. I thought I had another one in the pantry, but I guess not. Anyway, now I'm gonna slab barbecue sauce all over these. And then I'm gonna let them cook for a little while longer just so that the barbecue sauce can get all sticky on them. So probably just a few more minutes, like maybe 5 more minutes, something like that, so that the barbecue sauce can get all sticky. And then I'm gonna take them out to sit and rest for a little bit while the macaroni finishes cooking. So I found the other barbecue sauce, but it's sweet and spicy, and I don't really want it to be sweet and spicy, so I just put some brown sugar in the barbecue sauce, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish basting these with the sauce. I am just now realizing that I forgot to season my macaroni and cheese. Don't forget. Put some salt, some pepper, and a little bit of paprika into your macaroni and cheese, and it'll be good. Mine's gonna be good anyway, but make sure that you don't forget to season your macaroni. Okay, so the macaroni and cheese just finished up. I had to let it cook a little bit since the sauce was so kind of loose. The ribs have set for a little bit. Y'all don't understand. Hold on, let me move these over. Y'all don't know. Look at these. Hold on. My ribs is good. Look at that. I'm telling y'all, it be having like the little crispies on it, the little crispies. It's good. If y'all tried like low heat ribs where you cook them low and slow for a long ass time, you have to try high heat ribs because it just hits differently. Like it's something about it that just, y'all don't even know. Y'all have to try some high heat ribs because they be coming out good with the little crisp on it. Oh my God. Look at that. Just excellent. Okay, so this is the final plate. This is what we got. Looking like potato salad, and the deviled eggs look good. The ribs look good. Macaroni and cheese. Hey, y'all can't tell me I ain't do my thing. Try this out, okay? Just try it out. Try this out. Try that out one time.